Hello everyone. In this video, we'll look at the spatial parallelograms. So, definition of parallelogram is a parallelogram is a quadrilateral that has both the pairs of opposite sides parallel. And then we also found out some properties of parallelogram. So, let's list down those properties. As we are going to talk about spatial parallelograms, these properties of parallelogram will be applicable to these spatial parallelograms as well. But there are other properties which these spatial parallelograms acquire because they are spatial. Now let's talk about rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram which has all sides equal. So this is a rhombus. As we know, in rhombus, all sides are equal. So, and other properties of parallelogram tell us that diagonals bisect. It can be clearly seen that triangle AOD is congruent with triangle AOB because AD is equal to AB, sides of a rhombus, OD is equal to OB because diagonals bisect. And AO equal to AO. It's common. Therefore, using side congruency, when we know that AOD and AOB are congruent triangles, we can also say that, so using corresponding parts of congruent triangle, angle AOD is equal to angle AOB. But we also know that angle AOD and AOB forms a linear pair. So their sum is going to be 180. They are supplementary. And from these two, we find out that AOD and AOB are 90 degree. And now we know that these two also form linear pair. These two also form linear pair. And hence we can also find out that and all are equal to 90 degree. And that gives us a new property for rhombus, that diagonals bisect at right angles. Add this property into our property sheet. So rhombus takes all the properties of parallelogram. In addition to that, it has a new property which states diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degrees. So we will see another spatial parallelogram, that is rectangle. What is the definition of rectangle? When all the angles of a parallelogram are equal, we call it a rectangle. So let's see what spatial property rectangle gets due to equal angles. So let's talk about triangle. So in these two triangles, we know AD is equal to BC because they are opposite sides, and opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal. AB is equal to BA because it's a common side. Angle DAB is equal to angle CBA because it's given. It's a rectangle and all angles are equal. And therefore what we get is triangle ADB and triangle BCA are congruent using SAS, side angle side congruency. Now once we know that these two triangles are congruent, we can see that AC here is same as BD here. Corresponding parts of congruent triangle. And that tells us a new property of rectangle, that in rectangle the diagonals are of equal measure. Now let's see square. The square is defined as a parallelogram where all angles are equal and all sides are also equal. So can we say that a square is a rhombus where all angles are equal, or square is a rectangle where all sides are equal? Yes, it is possible to say that, and hence it clearly shows that a square will inherit all the properties of parallelogram, rhombus and rectangle. And hence the properties of square show that the diagonals bisect at right angles and they are equal as well. Let's add these properties of square in our property sheet. We have so many other videos in this topic, understanding quadrilateral. I am sure they will provide you much more insight into this topic. So don't forget to watch those videos. And also subscribe our channel and click on the bell icon. That will ensure that you get notifications whenever we upload new videos.